Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of Lower Bracket MKE Championship Season 4. And this tournament is sponsored by Zentro Store and co-sponsored by Zentro Store and Slay Official YouTuber. I'm Sasuke along with my partner Graham and we'll be the casters of this match. And this is the best of 5 Lower Bracket quarterfinals. Graham, kindly introduce us to the team. Hello, Graham.
Hello. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of the MKE Championship Season 4. I'm absolutely sorry for being late. Thank you, Sasuke, for covering up for me.
Well, yeah, no problem. But can you introduce us with the team? The viewers are waiting, and even I'm eager to know.
Well, if we are talking about the teams, we have with us Umbrella Academy on the red side, and on the opposite team.
Yeah, definitely. And the blue side will be Grey Bird and the red side will be Team Umbrella Academy. Both of the teams have played well. They have survived in the lower bracket, though they have lost one match in the upper bracket, but they do have the second chance. And this time, both of the teams will be, fighting for the slot or the position for the semi-final lower bracket. And the one who loses this series, the best of 5 series, will be eliminated from the tournament. Let's get on with the draft without further ado.
And just like that, we have entered the first phase of the ban, and the first opportunity for the ban is going to be by Zamdam from Greybird, and we see 1-1 ban from Team Greybird once again.
Yeah, ban. These bans are definitely, we can even predict like the second team might go for, okay, they are going for Kaja instead of Martis. Well, Kaja is definitely an option because both of those heroes, that is Martis and Kaja, are, kind of broken right now. So, yeah, both of those, well, Martis is not banned yet, but still, I'm hoping for them to cover it in the second ban. Meanwhile, a Valentina ban is been come up as a second ban from Team Greybird.
Well, Valentina, that seems to be a pretty good ban at the moment, as that can be a counter to a lot of heroes, especially tanks at the moment, as we have seen in the MK Season 4 Championship. But Carmilla ban, that doesn't seem to be a good ban, I would say. Well, that seems to be more of a respect ban, because Carmilla has been a good type of a poke kind of hero in this tournament. What do you say?
Yeah, I would say like Carmilla is a team fight oriented hero which gives huge bonus. Her ultimate links up to the 5 heroes. Meanwhile, they have secured that Martis. A Martis open might be a fatal difficulty to counter it. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Leomord pick in the side of Umbrella Academy. They do have another pick. We will see. Okay, they are going for a Bruno instead of a Clint. Well, that's kind of, I would say, surprising for me.
Well, we are actually seeing Leomord and Martis after so many matches in this tournament.
Definitely, and that will the 2 picks coming in from. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Clint on the gold lane to the side of Greybird, and that will be the Gushan in the mage. Gushan, Clint, and as well as the Martis. I think they might have won the first phase of the draft. That is the Team Greybird.
Well, Team Greybird seems to have an advantage as of now, because they have Clint, they have the Gushan, they have Martis, and well, they have some pretty damage-giving heroes, I would say, at this moment.
Yeah, and the third pick will be the Lilia pick coming in from that Asuna-chan of Umbrella Academy. We are going to the second phase. Okay, they are banning a Minsta. Minsta is a perfect counter, in my opinion, for this Leomord, just because he cannot use any of his skill when Leomord is there, and neither the Leomord in any of in the case like neither of the blink skill will be used in Leo and the Minsta's ultimate.
And within the second phase of the ban, the ban from Team Greybird would be Atlas. I would say respect a good ban because we have seen Atlas yesterday itself how damaged, how wonderfully it can support its teammates and especially the hyper. It has not the Atlases that we have seen in this tournament have focused themselves not on being more of a mid laner but more of a support. So that was a good ban, I would say.
Definitely, and they are going for that Matilda roam. Matilda roam. So, okay, Matilda might be coming handy just because to, just went in or bring anyone of the out from critical position. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Luoi pick. Okay, that's not a pick, but they are showcasing it right now.
Well, we are definitely seeing a good combination with the Team Greybird, with Luo being one of the best mages. So in this game, as in this patch, it has proved itself time and time in this tournament that a Luo with a good support can be one of the best duos for clearing, for roam, for most of the purposes in the game.
Well, definitely, and we are seeing an August showcasing over here at the side of Umbrella Academy, but they will be locking down that Esmeralda. Now, I was confused, like for real, they are going to pick that Argus instead. I mean, against a Gushan and EXP. Meanwhile, the drafts has been set up. All of the heroes has been picked by both of the teams. And which team do you think has the better draft?
Well, I would say Team Greybird has the better draft because they have a tank and they have a support mage. They have somebody who can roam. Clint can actually be a good roam as well. But if we go to the team Umbrella Academy, they have a proper team as well. Like one of each. They also have a support. So, but because they have Franco and Luovi on their side, this team, so I would be going against Umbrella Academy for this time.
Well, I don't know because that cushion will be on EXP lane and he might face some problems before level 4. After level 4, he can melt down that Esmeralda because we know Esmeralda's shield has been nerfed and meanwhile the damage coming in from cushion is too high. So after level 4, we are expecting that cushion will be dominating over that Esmeralda. Meanwhile, in the early phase, I am expecting that cushion might face some difficulties.
Well, the Gushan might face some difficulties, but I would say the difficulties that he is going to give in the late game, that will be unmatched.
Yeah, definitely, and we can see the players are taking their position. I'd like to introduce to our sponsor, that is MKE Championship Season 4 is sponsored by Zentro Store and co-sponsored by Zentro Store and Slay Official. We can see that the the wandering creep has been arrived and we are expecting a team fight, but Louis, I don't think so. Okay, that is this Leomord has secured it. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, that is the gold lane, we are seeing Clint is doing his best, but meanwhile we can see that Matilda is been low. She was trying to just poke with her first skill and the passive, that is the moment speed and getting some stack, but yeah, she'll be just not doing that well, seems.
Well, see, Matilda is a good hero, but provided she has the early backup from her team that they need. Of course, she is going to be the support for the rest of the teams, but if we were to consider Matilda as a whole, she needs to require some support.
We are seeing a 3-man rotation in the bottom lane, but Team Umbrella Academy will be retreating. They know like they are outnumbered in this map, this fight, so they'll be retreating. Meanwhile, a turtle is up and Leomord is already on the turtle. Meanwhile, we can see Martis is going to that area. Esmeralda is there. She'll be zoning her. I think that turtle will be okay, but we can see ultimate has been used by the Leomord and Gushan has been diving up. Okay, Gushan will be securing that turtle. but he will be dead with the hands of Lilia. But he do manage to secure that turtle. But okay, a hook coming in from Franco, and that kill over that Matilda will be taken down by Luo E. That's a 1-for-1 trade, and I think Team Greybird did won the team fight because they do manage to take secure that turtle, and even the cushion was dead, but they took that roamer out. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we are seeing like Clint is having a low HP, but he is dealing a damage. Meanwhile, Lua is he's using her ultimate, and that will be a 3v4. Okay, Martis is do there, but he won't be joining. And no, that's a proper retreat coming in. Like they knew that they were outnumbered this time, so they will be retreating into the tower. Meanwhile, we can see Leo mod is rotating, so we can see a possible gank at this point.
Well, that doesn't seem so, Sasuke, because there I don't think both the teams will be engaging in any kind of ganks as of now, because this is just too early to go in a team gank. It is just 3 minutes into the game, and so I guess both the teams will be giving time to each other before starting to go into ganks.
Yeah, but I'm expecting Team Graver to take that early fights because they have Martis, they have the Louis, the both of them are pretty good. Okay, we are seeing a gank. I mean, the 1v1 team fight. Gushan did use his ultimate and everything just to take down that Esmeralda, but he will be saved or she'll be alive. And Gushan had some problem like Leomod was on the cushion, but both of them, both of the explainer will be safe.
Well, we don't know up till what time they're going to save, because just after 10 minutes into the game, Martis is going to go berserk, and we will actually start seeing some good fights.
And second turtle has been secured by Team Graybird, without a contest. So I was hoping a contest between them since the Leo mod was there, but we can see in the gold lane like Matilda and Bruno are having some issues. Meanwhile, we can see Aloy ultimate has been there, but she's using her ultimate as a single target. Like, okay, Leo mod has been used his ultimate, and he'll be charging onward that Louis, but she'll be alive.
Let's not talk about Luo only, because let's talk about Lilia as well. What kind of mage do you think Lilia is? Because I would say rather than a damage giving hero, it's more of a poke kind of hero. That is what I feel. What do you say?
Yeah, would agree to it, just because of her ultimate, she can just deal some damage and poke inside, and she can be aggressive at some point, and with his ultimate, she can just come back.
Well, that seems to be true, but will it be beneficial to them in this game? And we see a pick off of Matilda by Clint. That was an amazing fight right there. The fights have already emerged in the gold lane, and we see a double kill from both the marksmen of the teams. And are we going to see a triple from Bruno, or will Martis be taking it? And that's a wonderful, wonderful team fight by Umbrella Academy, with Bruno taking in the triple.
Definitely, even in spite like that, Leo mod was taking down the tower damage, but they do manage to secure a kill over that Clint, and Bruno was taking down a Clint. Meanwhile, Leo is using her ultimate, but Bruno will be retreating to the tower, and the turtle is going to be up in 5 seconds.
And seems like the Umbrella Academy will be taking this turtle without any contest.
Yeah, we can see the turtle HP is quite low, and this time Leomod will be using his retribution, securing it. Meanwhile, Franco HP is low, and Leomod will be securing that kill over him, and he might go for a double, but okay, but he is gonna take that enemy red buff.
Well, meanwhile, the Leo mod was taking with the turtle. The Clint has cleared one of the turrets of the bottom lane, and we see a wonderful pick off of Lilia by Martis. That was a good kill and a good escape as well.
the amount of damage that Gushan did with his 10 dagger combination, and it was easier for Martis just to use his ultimate without dealing any combination, that is to use his first skill, neither the second skill, just using his ultimate to secure that kill over the Lilia.
That's still this is what I mean. You have your team's back. If there was no Leo mode, no Martis at that point, would they have been able to secure the kill? I don't know. Maybe Gushan would have, but they still secured the kill. They managed to escape as well. That just team the solidarity between the team, which will be one of the reasons they might win this match if they stay true to their teams.
Meanwhile, this Matilda already falling down to that Franco. He used his hook and the ultimate, and Martis will be securing that kill. Meanwhile, there is a 3-man gang in the top lane. Esmeralda will be using her ultimate. Leo mode will be taking down that Martis. He might go for a double kill, but the ultimate has been, at the time of the ultimate has been used. Meanwhile, Clint do manage to secure that tower, and he'll be successfully recalling.
That was a pretty close escape. I would say Leomond has already, Eva had already reached him. It was just the span of, I would say, just 1 second that gap. That was not much of a gap.
Definitely, and Esmeralda might having some trouble. Okay, she barely manages at 5% HP. Okay, yeah, but Team Umbrella Academy did manage to take down the top tower.
See, this is what Team Umbrella Academy is doing good, right? They are, of course, they are doing team fights as well, but they have focused on the turrets as well. And if you see, the Umbrella Academy is ahead, not ahead, I would say both the teams are pretty close to pushing each other's turrets. Like, they have already pushed 2 turrets each. They have almost finished the first turret of the mid lane, both the teams. So I don't think we can say any of the teams has a proper advantage of the moment, despite the picks, because the tank of Umbrella Academy compared to the tank of Greybird, I guess Franco is doing good compared to Esmeralda. And will we see a contest on the Lord early on in this game, Sasuke?
Yeah, we might see, because there is a already 5 man of Umbrella Academy, and meanwhile we are seeing that Clint was in the top lane, and Umbrella Academy see that and they're taking that advantage. Meanwhile, Lilia too managed to secure that Lord, and we are seeing a team fight going on. Franco will be using his ultimate on the Leo mod, but he'll be forced to retreat. Meanwhile, Lilia was low on HP, but she'll be back, and Leo mod gets killed by the Martis. Martis do gets a double kill, and that triple kill will be taken down from his hands by the Luoi.
Well, that was unfortunate. He tried his best. He took the first 2 double kills as well, and he would have taken his third, but that was not easy, as he was even less than 5 HP, I would say. So that was pretty hard.
Meanwhile, the Lord was on his way to the enemy base from the top lane, but Clint was there, and he just melt down that Lord before he was engaging or doing any good job over there.
Well, that's just the first Lord of the game. That 8-minute Lord that doesn't, it has not evolved yet. It has low on HP. It has low on damage. So that is pretty acceptable at the moment, because that the Lord does nothing but gives you some extra time to go and farm or go and push. So yeah, I guess they couldn't make use of it, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of gold, both of the teams are equally paired up. I would say there's not much of a big of a gold lead, and Gushan Tandega combo do manage to take down that Matilda. That was a beautiful combo coming in from Gushan.
That was a good fight, and we had seen probably Franco would have been caught up in the fight in between, but he managed to escape, I would say. And at the moment, the turret lead belongs to Team Greybird, as they have pushed 3, and the Clint is doing a good job in pushing, I would say.
Well, that might be bad news if Umbrella Academy noticed that Clint, okay, we are seeing Esmeralda was overextended and she'll be punished down. Mart is securing that kill over Esmeralda. That is not looking good for both of the team Umbrella Academy. Meanwhile, Leomord do use his ultimate, but both Team Greybird will be retreating, and that will be a kind of a resources waste from the Leomord. Like he did use his ultimate, but there was no team fight. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Clint might have some issues since he overextended, but Clint will be alive. He will be retreating at minus 1% HP.
That was a lucky escape from Clint. The Bruno had already just finished him. He probably retreated. He must have guessed Franco or somebody else coming in, but he could have killed Clint. He had a pretty good chance to do it there.
Yeah, that is an organized and systematic play from Bruno. Like he didn't overextended, and we are seeing a team fight has been occurred. Matilda is pretty low, and as so is the Lilia. Will be securing that kill over the Martis. Gushan gets a double kill. Gushan will be shut down by Lilia, and Lilia will be securing the double kill. But Lilia will be falling down, and that's a double kill for that marksman. There's too much shutdown right now, and we might see a triple kill on Bruno. Okay, but he gets that killing spree. Okay, that triple kill effect has been won out.
Well, Team Greybird is doing good at the moment. Of course, they are short on just a shy of 900 gold, but they're ahead in kills. They are ahead in pushing. They have pushed 4 turrets off the enemy, and they have just lost 3. So that's not much of a lead, but even that 1 turret push difference, that will give some confidence, And that is, if they capitalize on, that would be good for them.
Yeah, and we see like Bruno was taking that solo Lord, but Louis just was using her combination, which was not on point, but still Bruno decides to just go for retreat instead of taking down that Lord, and we can see a hook and ultimate combination from the Franco, but Matilda will be safe again.
Well, Matilda will be safe, and Franco going in for the support of Martes, but Matilda will be having a pretty good escape, and seems like there is a good fight happening on the Lord, but the Lord will be returning back to his base, and Esmeralda there with the beautiful ult, but he will be taken down by Louis with the yin yang combination, and meanwhile the Leomord gets a double. Lilia gets a kill. That is a trade of 1-3 in support of Team Umbrella Academy. But they have also one added advantage is they will be taking the Lord without any contest, and Umbrella Academy seems to be getting back up.
Yeah, definitely. And that damage coming in from Louis, Yin reaction, and that Clint just melt down Esmeralda. She was melt down like a paper. That's nothing like no tanky item, just dying like a squishy hero, a tank, like a tank hero. Yeah.
Esmeralda has good items if you see it. She has a brute force blade. She has a common size. She has the Oracle. So, she has done some good farm and made some good items, but the thing is they are not capitalizing on their abilities, and that is hurting them the most.
Meanwhile, we can see the Lord is marching down to the enemy base from the bottom side, and all of the lanes have been pressured. We can see Lord, the enemy team, that is the Team Greybird, are already melting down that Lord. Leomord has used his ultimate, but I do think that is pretty too soon to use your ultimate. And meanwhile, the Lord 2 marches in, but before that, he will be melt down.
Well, as I said, the Lord of the early games, like in the first 8-minute Lord and the next 15 minutes or 14 minutes Lord was that, I'm sorry. But that they do only one thing is they give you time to focus on the other priorities of the game, that is farm and push. And Team Umbrella Academy did so. They pushed 2 turrets and they are now leading by 6 turrets to 3 in their favor.
Yeah, I would agree with it. Like Team Greybird are only left with all of their three inhibitors.
Not just only inhibitors, they might seem to have been they are having trouble in coordinating in between the team fights, and Team Umbrella Academy seems to understand that same thing. And I guess if they understand it as fast as the other team members could, I guess they could finish the game in the next 5 minutes or so.
Well, I would agree to it. Like they have a Luoi, so ultimate from Luoi ganking on either side of a lane, like beating them would be a great opportunity. Meanwhile, we can see Esmeralda is pretty low, and she'll be down. Mart is securing that kill over Esmeralda, and this might be a good time for Greybird to just go for a comeback. Meanwhile, Leomord is using his ultimate. Well, I don't think so. That was a good time to use your ultimate.
Well, this is not the first time in the game that the Leo mode has used his ult incorrectly, I would say. The timings have been wrong since the past 2, 3 times in this game only. So, no, he doesn't seem to time his ultimate well. And, I guess he's confused that he might get attacked or something like that.
Yeah, we can say like the Lord is up, and this is an 80 minutes Lord, so it's a level 3 Lord, and both of the teams might be going for this Lord. And we can see like Gushan is in mid, and we are seeing a team fight over here. Loi is looking pretty good, but she'll be retreating. Leo mod is on to that Martis.
Well, that was a good kill of Matilda. My math is there. They have that was a 1:1 trade, and but the advantage seems to be taken by Umbrella Academy as they are going for the Lord, and most probably they will take it without any contest, and they do so. And that is a good ultimate by Leo Mod, but unfair to him. The team will be escaping, and Martis will be taking the kill of Leo Mod. That was a wonderful combination by Martis. Instead, he was surrounded by 4 of the enemy heroes, but he still did manage to take a kill. That was a wonderful job.
Yeah, but instead, that was a bad trade off in my opinion. Like it was the 1 for 2 trade again.
Well, I can't deny that on you, Sasuke. That was actually true. No, of course, they didn't get the Lord as well, so that is another disadvantage. Would you agree?
Meanwhile, we are seeing Lui has used his ultimate, and that Gushan will be taking down that Bruno pretty easily. Meanwhile, Matilda is over here, but she'll just try to delay this Lui from preventing this ultimate. And Lilia is over here, so she'll be taking Lilia takes the kill of the Lui, and this might not seem very good since both of the teams are at a 4v4 situation in here, and Lord has been into the base, and he do manage to take down the mid inhibitors.
It doesn't seem good for Team Greybird at the moment as they have lost 1 inhibitors, and the 3 members of Team Umbrella Academy are on the turret to push and finish, and most probably they will be finishing. And okay, that was a turnaround, and we get the kill of Esmeralda by Franco with the support of Martis and Gushan there.
Absolutely, Esmeralda was pretty low. I was thinking like she would be recalling, but instead she was tempting and just dancing in front of the Gushan, just taunting him just to kill me. I'm here, I'm right here, just kill me. And that went wrong for Esmeralda, and it might be a 4v5 situation right now. Team Greybird might be looking for some hooks or some setup so that they can go for this comeback. Meanwhile, both of the teams are taking the position over that Lord Pit. We can see Esmeralda is rotating to a top just to clear, and Gushan is there camping. He knew like someone will be coming to clear this top lane, and we might see a gang. Okay, both the teams are at a 4v4 situation. Gushan will be joining that team fight.
Well, he of course knows he alone won't be sufficient to take down Esmeralda, as Esmeralda is not only mage tank, he is also a good support as well. So, Esmeralda is pretty good at escaping rather than fighting. So, the defense of Esmeralda is unmatched with any other tank of that kind, I would say.
Meanwhile, we are seeing that two members of the Greybird has been fallen down. Bruno do gets the double kill. Meanwhile, in that situation, Leomord just dies in the hands of Martis, and we are seeing that Clint is in some kind of trouble, and Bruno will be taking that kill of Clint. Meanwhile, Gushan Tandagas combo, his damage is too much, and Matilda will be down, and he do gets the double kill of Lilia.
That was a wonderful, wonderful combination by Goshan. We did not expect that. He was actually hiding in the bush, probably in the idea that somebody will be coming for Lord and will be taking their kill. But he definitely would not have expected to take a double there and also prevent the enemy from taking the Lord.
Absolutely, and Lui did use his ultimate. If they would have camped that bush and made it a dead bush, then they might have a kill over that Bruno or Esmeralda. But we are seeing that Esmeralda might be in trouble as she overextended, but no, she will be retreating peacefully.
Well, the decision was right to to go away and to retreat, as she did not have any support as of now at this moment. See, Franco, is he waiting for Esmeralda to come in and use his ult? And yes, I guess they will be doing the same. But Franco, of course, did not seem to have his ultimate, so maybe that was the reason didn't use it on them. And Team Umbrella Academy will be taking no contest the level 4 Lord, and this is 25 minutes into the game, people.
Definitely, both of the teams are trying their best to win their first game, and this is the 4th Lord, ladies and gentlemen, which will be taken by the side of Umbrella Academy. And surprisingly, all of the 4 Lord has been taken by Umbrella Academy and Team Greybird. They have successfully defending against all of these 4 Lords.
Well, not only the Lords, Team Umbrella Academy were unable to push and finish the game as well, because they do not have any support as of this moment, because they have an open mid lane inhibitor. The bottom lane inhibitor is 40% done. They have the Lord, the level 4 on their Lord on their side. That is a pretty good chance Umbrella Academy will be taking this game home.
Well, we can see like Bruno was dealing some damage, but he'll be okay, but he is safe. Meanwhile, the Lord is in the inhibitor section, and when we can see like all of the lanes are being pressured by the minions.
Well, not only the minions, Team Umbrella Academy was failing. They failed once again to push the inhibitor side. Of course, they have an open lane. They were still unable to do so. No, there was a successful defense from Team Greybird.
Meanwhile, we can see Esmeralda do manage to take down the top inhibitor, and we can see that Asuna-chan, that is the mage, the Lilia, has been taken off. I didn't see who got the kill.
Oh, well, definitely, as long as the win matters. Of course, Umbrella Academy won't be unhappy by losing their team, but they definitely seem to be a bit of a trouble, as they have chances to lose their turret from their inhibitor section and lose the game itself, or Team Greybird has the chance to lose the game as well, because they have lost 2 inhibitors now.
Meanwhile, we can see the ultimate has been used by Leomord, and Gushan will be taking down that Matilda, but instead Leomord gets a kill over that Gushan. Meanwhile, Martis is on to that Bruno, but Bruno is dealing some insane amount of damage, and he'll be taking down that Martis.
Well, not only Madres, that was a beautiful ult by the combination by Luoi. They were successful in not helping the Bruno escape. They did manage to lose one of the heroes, and that was a 2-for-4 trade in favor of Team Greybird. They are making a wonderful comeback as of this moment.
Yeah, and we can see like they have the momentum that Team Creeper has some comeback time, and we can see it's a 3v2 situation over here. They do manage to take down the mid tier 2 tower, and they might be the first one to take the position over the Lord Pit.
Well, they of course will take the position over the Lord Pit, waiting for Team Umbrella Academy to come in and start attacking the Lord, and they'll jump in and take some few kills.
Definitely not. And surprisingly, they did manage to hold the four lords. It's a 27 minutes, and it's just the first game between these two teams.
First game between these two teams, and this is just to remind our wonderful audience, this is the quarterfinals of the second day of the quarterfinals, and we are seeing a pretty good fight between Team Greybird and Umbrella Academy. If I am correct in remembering, Sasuke, I have actually casted one of the lower bracket matches of one of these teams, and that was Team Umbrella Academy, if I'm not wrong. They were doing good, that they have good combinations with themselves, they have good support as well, but seems to be lacking in this game.
Meanwhile, we can see that Leo mode has been fallen down. That yin yang reaction and the damage coming in from Luo is just too much, and that Lilia will be falling down in the hands of Clint. The two damage dealers, that is the mage and the marksman from the Greybirds, are dealing some insane amount of damage. And meanwhile, we can see Kushan has got a kill over that Esmeralda, and he too managed to take down the bottom inhibitor, but he will be taking down instead. Well, I do hope that that is a perfect opportunity for Team Greybird to take down this Lord, that is the fifth Lord of the game.
Fifth Lord of the game, one open inhibitor lane, big minions on their side. Greybird has 70% of the game in this sport as of this moment. The only bad thing, the back defense problem for Team Greybird is that they have lost two inhibitors. So that might put them a bit of a trouble as compared to Team Umbrella Academy.
Well, but they have some time. Like the two members or the three members are yet to be respawned, and they will be equalizing that tower. Like they will be able to take down the mid inhibitor, if I'm not wrong. But but there's no damage deal. Okay.
Well, damage dealer doesn't matter much. If you start winning the game, the team will be happy to let somebody else give the damage and somebody else take the kills even. But provided, and this is what I've mentioned, marked with all the teams. They are focused in winning the game, and this started from the upper brackets, I would say.
Definitely, and we can see like the Umbrella Academy also have fallen all of their inhibitors, and that was an astonishing hook from Franco. But he won't be using his ultimate over that Esmeralda. She is pretty tanky right now, so it's not that good in my opinion to use the ultimate. That is the Franco ultimate on that Esmeralda.
Well, that doesn't seem to be a good idea, as you said, Sasuke. I would agree with you on that because he did not have any of the damage dealers by their side. So that was good of Franco to not use and waste his ultimate. That was a good decision there.
Meanwhile, we can see in terms of tower, like a Team Umbrella Academy is been exposed from all of the three lanes since all of the inhibitors have been destroyed. Meanwhile, Team Greybird has the one inhibitor left, which is a 30% HP.
Both the teams are pretty level, I would say, as of this moment, but we never know what is going to happen as they have still lost all their turrets, all the inhibitors, and one inhibitor doesn't matter much because now they have two open sites where they can come in and push from compared to the three, because there will always, if you have noticed, anytime one of the minion sets comes into the base, at least one of the heroes from Team Umbrella Academy is in the base defending their turrets. But since Team Greybird came in with a gank on the turret, so they probably could not do so.
Exactly, and we know that's the comeback. They have the upper hand over here. They have the map awareness and the position. They are roaming into the whole map, freely. Meanwhile, the sixth Lord is up, ladies and gentlemen. This is 32-minute game, and this is the first game between these two teams.
First game between these two teams and one of the longest games of MK Season 4 championships, because the games that I have been in to host them, we have seen maximum to maximum 20 to 25 minutes, and there are probably very few games with 30 minutes or plus and so, and that doesn't seem good for Team Umbrella Academy as of this moment. They were unable to confirm the kill of Franco. Of course, he used his immortality, but they have good enough damage dealers so that they could have finished him, but they chose to retreat instead.
That was a beautiful team fight at the Lord Pit. No, this Martis do manage to secure that kill over the marksman. Meanwhile, Gushan was doing the split push, and here is the another team fight. Lilia gets the double kill, and meanwhile, Martis will be the one securing that kill over that. If I'm not wrong, it was that Leo mod. If I'm not wrong, okay, it was Matilda. Never mind.
Matilda losing to Martis, and they have that was a good, I would say not a good trade, but a balanced trade because they lost two and they got one. So Matilda was a good sacrifice, I would say, for them.
But this time Martis will be down in the while Lilia do gets the kill. At this point, like if you're dying, the resurrecting time is over a minute. We can see there's a time of 66 seconds for Martis to respawn, and this gives the some momentum for the team Umbrella Academy to take down this seventh Lord. Okay, this is the sixth Lord, the seventh Lord. Sorry, my bad.
Well, if as in case Lord matters, people should notice that the longer the game goes, the stronger the Lord becomes with the damage and with the skills as well. So, if we end up anywhere between into this box of team fights, we can see that Team Greybird has been losing in the last few fights.
Definitely, and this time you won't be expecting a single mistake because that sixth Lord will be marching down from the mid lane towards the side of an Greybird base, and this might be the last team fight we are expecting.
Well, we never know, Sasuke, because this is a kind of game which not only keeps you interested, but it makes you feel so good, like you are one of the characters in the game. And the games might actually extend basing, as you said, on the team fights. If they don't go for a team fight, they could probably end it here. But how can we guess until the match is finished, right?
Yeah, definitely, and we can see the pressure coming in from all of the three lanes is just too much, and that Bruno will be securing that kill over the Martis. Matilda do gets a kill over the Franco, and they are doing too much damage. That's a 1-4-3 trade-off, and Umbrella Academy will be focusing on that base, and they will be taking down that first victory. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the first game, a 37 minutes game, if I'm not wrong, the longest game of the tournament.
That was wonderful, wonderful results from Canada.
Definitely, and we can see like that there was not much of a goal lead difference from the start of the game to the end of the game. Both of the teams were around 100 to 1000 goal lead difference. And meanwhile, if we talk about the damage, Bruno damage is just too humongous. He has done over a damage of 1 lakh.
Not only the Bruno, I would say the entire team had good support for him because probably you know the reasons. But if I win, you still have to go to the team fights, and even if you are losing, you still need to go into the fights and support your team. Even if you are winning, doesn't mean you will leave the team and go for your own work, specifically during the turret push, or a turret dive. So coordination is very, very important in this game.
Definitely, and this is the match one, ladies and gentlemen, between these two teams, and that will be the team Umbrella Academy taking down the first victory. This is the MKE Championship Season 4, which is sponsored by Zentro Store and co-sponsored by Zentro Store and Slay Official, and will be back very soon with the second match between these two teams.
Just until the next match begins in next 5-10 minutes or so. We will be back in a few moments.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the another exciting match between these two teams. This time, blue side will be Umbrella Academy, and the red side will be the team Grey Bird. This is the round 2 of MKE Championship quarterfinals, which is sponsored by Zentro Store and co-sponsored by Zentro Store and Slay Official. And I'm Sasuke along with my partner Grim. And this time too will be the casters of the game. Moving on to the draft phase, the last game was too long, and there was no goal difference if we speak of that game. Okay, this time in the draft, we are looking at Valentina ban, a usual ban, I would say.
Yeah, that seems to be a pretty usual ban for Team Umbrella Academy because they had done it in the past lower bracket games. They had done it in this game itself, so they do not want that trouble against them.
And we are seeing a Martis ban coming in from Grey, but this time they'll be the banning that Martis. They don't want to give that enemy the Martis instead. Like in the previous match, they did have a Martis and things didn't went that well. But we are seeing a Carmilla ban coming in from Umbrella Academy.
Well, it just means that Team Umbrella Academy has a good chance of taking the Leo mod once again.
Yeah, maybe, or they might go for a Kaja if they are not banning it. Okay, they are banning that Esmeralda instead. In the previous match, Esmeralda was pretty tanky, and I think they were having some trouble against this Esmeralda, so they will be banning it. But yeah, the Kaja is open, and Team Umbrella Academy, without wasting a time, they'll be securing that Kaja right away.
And we see a Leo mod pick by Team Greybird. That was unexpected. They, of course, they managed to take the Kaja Team Umbrella Academy, but they had good success with the Leo mod last match. But probably they did not think probably they might have some other ideas. But now Leo mod is in the enemy, and that will be a good amount of trouble for them.
Well, Leo mode do have certain counters like Jawhead Hyper and also that Minsta on room, but this time we are seeing a Van right away locked down to that Kuroku. This time Van was open and they'll be locking down that right away, and we can see the mage is Lilia. As usual, like in the previous match, they do pick that same mage.
They picked the same mage, but they have 1-1 this time. They have Kaja this time. A proper combination for the gold lane. Of course, if Kaja is not roaming, but we never know. This seems to be a pretty good pick, but will they be able to use this pick properly? That is the question.
Well, they have took the two counters for Van, no, that is the Minsta and that Phobias. So anytime that Van will be, just using her dash, using her skills, making her play, there will be Phobias on her as well as this Minsta. Meanwhile, as we move to the second phase of the ban, we are seeing an Atlas ban coming in from Team Greyburton. That is a pretty good ban in my opinion, since they have not choose their rumor. I mean, like Kaja is a pretty flex pick. You can use it in either room or EXP. So yeah.
Well, we see a clear ban of Clint coming in by the Umbrella Academy, and the second phase of the ban, we have seen Atlas being banned by the red team, that is Team Greybird, and probably they are looking more of a hybrid tank support rather than just pure tank or a pure fighter. I guess that would prove beneficial to a Team Greybird.
Well, I was hoping to be see Airtel in the gold lane, but instead we are seeing a Nathan this time. What do you think about that Nathan pick?
Well, that will be a pretty good pick. That can be a good counter to 1-1 if the ultimate is used properly. But not only the ultimate, Nathan is one of the most squishy elements in the entire game. So he will be definitely needing some support there.
Yeah, and we are seeing as the final pick for the Umbrella Academy will be that Akai and that Balmond. The two devastating, I would say, like Balmond on Hyper is pretty good, and also that Akai providing his ultimate, that is the Hurricane Dance, if I'm not wrong.
Well, Balman may prove a bit troublesome for Nathan as the life drain of Nathan is too fast when fighting with Balman on 1v1, and that will delay their turret pushing capabilities of Team Umbrella Academy.
And the final pick coming in from the Team Greybird will be that Gushan. Again, they might be going for that Gushan. I hope that Gushan might play this time as mage instead of an EXP. Like he was stealing some amount of damage. He was melting down that Esmeralda in late game, but it's not that handy. Like if you're sending a Gushan to clear the EXP, like the lanes, that's not the kind of play you would like to play.
I would agree with you on that, Sasuke, because Gushon needs continuous movement. He doesn't want to be slowed down because that would just mean giving your presence to the enemy. If enemy is roaming inside your bushes, you need to keep moving with Gushon. Of course, he is one of the best assassins, but he is also a squishy hero.
Definitely, and the drafts are set for both of the teams. Who do you think have the upper hand in the draft?
Well, this time I would say Team Umbrella Academy have taken the lead in the draft as they had a tank, they had a support, they have a marksman, they have a mage, they have a hyper fighter. So they are pretty balanced as of this moment.
Well, as for my opinion, I'll be vouching for Team Graver as they have the two of the counter heroes for Van, and that is a huge asset. Coming in, and they have a Gushan in the mid lane as well. So we are seeing, Lilia is trying to burst down that Gushan in the early phase of the game. We can see the Akai is helping that Van, just to get some farm. I don't think so. Like Van will be having a good chance of clearing the lane against that Nathan.
Well, of course, it won't be, and that is probably the reason why you cannot fight with the Nathan 1v1 because his capability is to control
is not just to slow down the enemies but also to push them back. That is always has helped Nathan players to not only attack but also to escape. So that would be a good fight amongst in this entire tournament, as Team Greybird has been one of the best performers. Team Umbrella Academy coming back and proving their mettle. So this is going to be a good match, I would say.
Yeah, and the first blood has been taken by the team Umbrella Academy. That Minsta will be falling down. That amount of damage coming in from Lilia was too high, and that the burning. I would say that passive of the magic worship emblem was activated to secure kill. Meanwhile, we are seeing that the turtle is up and Akai is zoning them.
Well, even Cleaver and even players on the highest level, even they fear to go alone. And this time they have taken the total team Greybird, sorry, team Umbrella Academy. They seem to be having a good amount of lead, probably just 1K gold point, but that will definitely give them some confidence.
And we can see like Kushan might be in trouble, but he used his ultimate to escape from that Akai's ultimate.
Well, that was a pretty smart escape there by Gushon. Kai had actually prepared himself probably to go into the turret and bring them out, but since there were not many of their team with their support, so probably that is the reason she preferred to escape.
Meanwhile, we can see there's a 4 members, or I would say rather 5 members in the top lane of Umbrella Academy. We can see a possible fight, but they are retreating as they have left the bottom lane open. That Phobius will be gathering or chunking down the gold from the tower. Meanwhile, we can see Kushan is pretty low. That comes the flame shot from that mage, that is a Lilia, but he will be retreating and be able to live for the another day.
Well, that seems a not good moment for both the teams, as we are already into 3 minutes of the game and we have seen a one kill being taken by Umbrella Academy. That just means they are pretty high on their confidence and they might win the match provided the support that the hyper and in this case the Balman needs, because Balman's ultimate is good to finish where you cannot use ultimate of some heroes to do that. So I guess I would with you on the analysis for
Meanwhile, we
Team
can see the
Rainbow.
hook has been used up by that Minsta, and he'll be hooking that Kaja perfectly and securing that kill over the Kaja. Meanwhile, Akai is pretty low and he might fall down. Yeah, he will be falling down, and Leomord will be taking that kill. But Balmond was focused on the turtle, and he'll be securing that turtle with his ultimate. Here comes the Van Van. She uses ultimate and she gets the kill over the Leomord. That was a pretty good fight, in my opinion. Favoring Team Umbrella Academy, they got the turtle, they got some kills, and they, well, in terms of, well, Van Van Do gets the second kill. And here comes the double kill for the Van Van. She do gets a kill over the Phobius. Phobius was trying hard to just to get the kill over that Van Van, but she was playing smart. She didn't use the dash when she was in turret. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we can see it's a 1v3 situation, and Leomord will be caught down in that Kai's ultimate. But Kai will be forced to go, and Kai is pretty low, and Leomord will be securing that kill. Meanwhile, Gushin falls down to that Balmond. Balmond is on a killing spree. Having a Balmond on a snowball is not a good option. He will be so tanky in the late game. Like, if the damage dealers from the enemy team falls off, then there will be no one to melt down that Balmond. And we can see there's he did get that red buff, enemy red buff.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Gushan is trying his best to no clear, but the damage coming in from Gushan is not too much to melt down this mighty Balmond. The turtle is up in the 5 seconds, and Team Umbrella Academy are already near the turtle pit area section. And we can see instead, like Team Greybird are focusing to that push instead of taking a team fight. They knew like they are behind the goal lead and they have fallen off. Meanwhile, Kaja used his ultimate and he'll be falling off in the hands of that Leomord. Meanwhile, we can see like Gushan is overextended and he'll be okay. He uses first skill over the minion and he will be safe.
I'm audible, right?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And we can see like Van is pushing down. Here comes the Kaza's Divine Judgment, and Akai will be taking down that kill over that Leomord. Leomord will be falling down. Akai do gets a fallen down, but he that was a 1-for-2 trade-off. Meanwhile, there's a Phobius. He do gets a double kill. He might get a triple kill, and he gets a triple kill over that Lilia. Things are not looking well for both of the teams. Like they both have a trade-off, like 3-3 trade-off, and we can see like in the top lane, Kaza will be retreating.
Well, that was a successful trade-off between both the teams, but if we look at the gold difference, Team Umbrella Academy lead the game by 3k gold and also the lead of kills by 5k. Of course, they have lost 2 turrets, might lose the third as well, and they do. And the same thing has been done by Team Umbrella Academy as well. They have pushed 1 turret each of the Team Greybirds, 3 of the 3 lanes. So I guess Umbrella Academy has a bit of an advantage. I would, of course, it might be too early to say because we are just into 9 minutes of the game, but still they seem to be doing good.
Definitely, and as the game progress, like I'm expecting, like Phobius might deal some amount, huge amount of damage since they have the Van, which is basically on the Blink heroes. So Van will be forced to use, like she won't be able to blink anymore, and she'll be forced to just be idle.
Well, that doesn't seem to be a good idea. I would say you're trailing the good.
Red team hero
We can see
So
an engage coming in, and Kaja will be taking that kill over that Minsta. Here comes the Hurricane Dance of the Akai. Van, as I say, like she is using her blinks, but she gets her ultimate and she'll be taking down that kill over that Phobius. She gets the double kill. Things are looking pretty well for the Team Umbrella Academy, and Akai is going to zone them off, but Nathan is that amount of damage Nathan is dealing will be, making that Akai retreat for a moment. But they are focusing that Lord and they'll be securing that Lord.
well, we see Umbrella Academy a bit aggressive, a tad bit aggressive as of this moment. And we see the Divine Judgment of Kaja. Will he be able to take down? And yes, he does manage to take down the kill of Minisitar. And we see Nathan in a bit of a trouble here. Lilia trying to be a bit sneaky, but would be escaping successfully. Team Umbrella Academy has taken the first Lord of the game. The Lord will be marching down from the top lane of Team Umbrella Academy, and Nathan has already reached there to defend his place.
Definitely, he'll be recalling since no, there's no map vision provided, and there might be some possibilities like he will be caught off, but he'll be retreating, and they will be defending that Lord at the initial level. And we can see Leomord has used his ultimate, and they will be focusing on that Lord. So yeah.
Well, they not only have to focus on the Lord, they also have to focus on pushing of turrets They also need to focus on helping each other, which seems to be a bit lacking with the team Umbrella Academy as of this moment.
Meanwhile, Kai has used his circuit dance and that Leomord will be down. Kaja securing that kill over that Leomord and Minsta ultimate has been used. So no, that is a huge resources being used off and things might not good look and well, Nathan is there. He'll be just clearing all of the mens, and that was a perfect hook from Minsta. And Akai will be falling down. That amount of damage that Nathan is dealing right now is just too much. In the top lane, we can see, Kaja is trying to give some set, providing the vision, and he is, finding a proper target just to use his ultimate on it. But they will be retreating, and instead they'll be focusing on that bottom area, the Lord Pit section.
Well, we definitely see, we are waiting for a fight to happen. If the Luovi tries to make a single move on this red lane, it will be trouble for him.
The Lord is gonna be resurrecting in 10 seconds, and Team Greybird are just waiting there. They have provided a dead push, but Akai will be going in. Gushan uses dagger combination, but he is dealing some amount of damage, but that damage won't be good enough to melt down that Akai. Meanwhile, Lord has been taken up pretty easily and fast by the Team Umbrella Academy, and that is the second Lord. Meanwhile, Goshen in the EXP lane was trying, and this time he'll be caught off. This time, Umbrella Academy, just force it like Goshen is just doing the split push, and they used that Van as a bait, and he'll be caught off guard. Meanwhile, Van has used his ultimate and she'll be securing that double kill over that Phobius as well as Leomord. That is just 3 heroes down. Meanwhile, there's a Lord in the bottom area. So Nathan is pretty focused on that Lord to melt down. This is a perfect opportunity for Umbrella Academy to push and take as many as towers they can. Minstar has used his ultimate in the midsection, but Kaja will be using his Divine Judgment to lock onto that Minstar, and Van will be securing that kill over that Minstar. Gushan might be in some deep trouble. Van jumps into the tower to secure that double kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Kaja gets that top inhibitor tower, and in the bottom lane, Van is just targeting that bottom inhibitor tower, and she'll be taking down. Meanwhile, she should do jumps in and unlocks her ultimate. She gets the Leomord, but she'll be retreating. Okay, she is pretty low. Phobius is onto but the damage coming in from Lilia will be enough to take him down. This is not looking well for Team Graver, and that is another hero down. Balman gets a kill over that Nathan, and this time they might end it in minor 15 seconds or so. Minstar falls down this time, and they are marking down that base, and the base is off, and the round 2 will be taken down by Team Umbrella Academy. That is a 2-0 score. Team Umbrella Academy managed to take down the second victory and the second match. This match was good in my opinion. They did had the pretty good mid to late game area where they won pretty good fights. In spite of having Team Graver were having 2 counter heroes for Van, but they were not able to stop that Van. A 14-6 KDA coming in from Van. Pretty good, a real MVP in my opinion too. But yeah, that's it for game number 2. This is MKE Championship Season 4, sponsored by Zentro Store and co-sponsored by Zentro Store, Zentro Store and Slay Official. And I'm Sasuke with my partner Graham, and we'll be back soon with the third match between these two teams.
All right, so guys, welcome back. This is gonna be the game number three of the best of five. Umbrella Academy already leading with 2 points here. What an amazing match we saw. The game one, especially the one which went so long. And right now the casters have changed. It's me, Marcus, gonna be casting this game for you. With me there is Azazel. Hello, Azazel.
Yep. Hello, YouTube. Well, it's good to be here on this night. It's going to be, I think, the game number three between Greybird and Umbrella Academy, with the Greybird being on the blue side and the Umbrella Academy being on the red side. Well, do you have any information on the past two matches, Marcus? I would love to hear them.
Not much information, just something that the game one went like 37 minutes long. They were like 37 minutes long, and 7 loss were taken. But yep, we are back here with a fresh new start between both these teams. And team Graver, right? Yep, they have to do whatever it takes to win this. If they don't, they will be knocked out.
Yep, this is a match point for Greybird as they will be taking this win. Umbrella Academy will be taking this win home. If they are able to win this match, will be a clean sweep for them. Well, the first ban has come in, a Valentina from the side of Greybird. Well, let me remind you again, this is MKE Championship Season 4, which is sponsored by Genesis, co-sponsored by Z3 Store, Zentro Store, and Slay Official. On to you, Marcus.
All right, so guys, we are gonna be going with the banning section. Valentina been taken out by Greybird, and Umbrella Academy have gone for the Kaja ban. Let's see what's gonna be coming next.
Yup, that Valentina and Kaja ban were totally fine coming in, and yep, we can see the Greybird have gone in for the 1-1 ban here. As I was informed that in the last match, 1-1 was actually playing pretty good from the side of Umbrella Academy, with the 1-1 being taken by that Croco from the side of Umbrella Academy. So yep, good to ban that one.
Yeah, absolutely. The respect ban is real, and it's gonna be the Carmilla being taken out by Umbrella Academy. So let's see what the first pick is gonna be. A lot of heroes are open. The Martis was open. Yep, they are gonna be locking down to that Martis. The jungler has been revealed for the side of Greybird.
Yep, not just they are not the Martis, even the Leo Mod is open, the Gushan is open, and I would say even a couple of more heroes here, like Diggy and some others. So yeah, it all depends on how how many picks are going into the favor of meta heroes from both of the teams. So yep, the draft here coming here, we can see a clean pick coming in here. Well, not another meta pick like the Leo Mod is still open along with the Gushan. They are not going for those picks, so I would prefer for them to going into that direction for now.
Yep, and all right, let's see what the next two picks are gonna be. The Clint has been revealed as the goal leader for the side of Umbrella Academy. Will they try to get some who can lane against that Clint pretty decently? But let's see what options they have left. Azazel, what do you think goal lane that they can go against that Clint?
Yeah, even though that Clint was taken as a golden for the side of Umbrella Academy, I think Leslie is also a pretty good option from the side of Greybird. He even now, because the last buff on Leslie was pretty huge. The damage coming in is real high, and yep, you can see the Zeroth pick coming in as a counter for the Esmeralda, yeah, as well as a first round mage pick coming in as a in the form of Kagura from the side of Greybird.
All right, all right. So let's see what the next pick is going to be for the side of Umbrella Academy. Any guesses? Leomord, the option is still available for them to take as the jungler. Let's see what they go for. Okay, they're going to be going for the Lilia pick. They have secured their mage as well. So right now, the jungling option is open for Umbrella Academy as well as the Roam. Let's see what they're going to be banning for. They should perhaps ban a marksman. They can get rid of the Claude or the Leslie, like you said. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, but I think they will try to most probably ban a tank here, and yep, but I'm like quite surprised as the 3 picks from the side of Umbrella Academy has already ran out. They haven't chose that Leo mod yet, but even though looking at it that the 3rd ban is in effect right now, Team Greybird might just go ahead and ban that Leo mod for Umbrella Academy.
Yep, definitely they have that option available, and yes, they will be doing that. Leo mod being taken out. Limiting the jungling options for Umbrella Academy. Let's see what they go for. They are going to be going on with the 4th pick of this matchup.
Yep, they still have that Gushan. That Gushan is, I think, a pretty good pick here. But yep, they can even go for that Akai. But Akai, I think, will be going on that Roam for now, with as that Akai right now isn't that much a preferable pick for a jungle here in front of that Zeroth and Martis. It's going to be totally useless, his ultimate and his defense against those 2 players from the side of Greybird. Well, yep, moving ahead, we have those second 2 picks coming in from the side of Grey, but they are going in for those pick Atlas so early on. Yup, they are gonna go for that carry pick. That carry pick is actually pretty good here. There isn't any backline hero as of yet from the side of Umbrella Academy, and they have even logged on to that Atlas. Well, I don't think Atlas was a great choice here. Looking at that Akai is right there into the side of Umbrella Academy, which is like a huge counter for Atlas.
Yeah, definitely. And now let's see for the final pick of this matchup. It has to be a jungler, or if they decide to go for Akai jungle, they can pick a roamer. But right now, Fanny has been shown. Let's see if Umbrella Academy decide to go for the Fanny.
Umbrella Academy is flexing that Fanny onto that screen, but no, they are not confident enough to go for that Fanny yet. They'll be locking into the Karina. The Karina is actually also pretty good pick here, I would say. But the Umbrella Academy leaning their damage more onto that magic side, onto that side, and here Greybird leaning on towards more of a physical damage comparatively. But yep, looking at the drafts, who do you think has a better drafts here, Marcus?
I would go for the side of Umbrella Academy because they have secured everything. They have the early, they have the late as well. Lilia is gonna be pretty harassing. She has the purify. Even if Atlas comes and catches her, she's gonna purify out and just spam. The slow effects and the damage coming in. She's gonna be really nasty here. Kagura is there, but to get for Kagura to get those pickups on the Clint and Lilia, she has to evade the front line. That's the Akai and the Esmeralda. It's going to be really difficult for that. Even though they have the carry, to melt away the tanks, they have to get her fun because she's on the Inspire. She might be, susceptible to ganks in her lane. She can be easily taken off, but let's see what happens here. So, guys, welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is going to be the game number 3 between Umbrella Academy and Greybird. If Umbrella Academy win this, they are going to be taking this series and they are going to be proceeding. Meanwhile, Greybird will be knocked out of the tournament. So right now it's going to be carry on the top side, Akai rotating as well. So that's a 2v1 right now, as Atlas is going to be giving the vision for the blue buff.
Yep, as we can see that Esmeralda is quite late on her lane as she was trying to help that Karina, and yep, even in the mid lane we can see that Lilia is already taking the initiative to deal some damage onto that Kagura, forcing her HP to actually go down quite a bit, and yet again it's going to be 2 versus 2 situation for now onto the top side, and yep, both things are going to be firing off pretty well and pretty safe here till that first turtle spawns.
All right, let's see what happens at the top side. This seems like one Akai trying to just reduce the HP of Atlas, just poke him out, force him to back off there, and make sure his MM is the one dominating in that lane. Meanwhile, in the bot side, Dara should be dominating Esmeralda right now. Let's see what happens. Esmeralda is level 3 before Dara. Dara will get 2 with that EXP minion. Okay, I did not see what happened to that Lilia. That Lilia is extremely low and recalling.
Yep, even I was not able to see what actually happened there, but I can see that Kagura still has her good flame shot on cooldown. But no, we can see it actually a kill taken here. The first blood was taken in by the Umbrella Academy as that carry falls down into the hand of that Clint. So yeah, the gold lane is already showing, is already leaning into the favor of Umbrella Academy for now, as this is gonna give them a little bit of gold lead to their side.
Yeah, like I said, as Azazel, carry is on that Inspire. She will be needing some special attention here. So that's what Umbrella Academy, they are aware of that battle spell. They are going to be taking advantage of that. Can the goal lane, get some kills. Don't let carry, get some farm. And now they are going to be going for that turtle. There seems to be no contest. Okay, let's see. Atlas is going to be providing that vision. Esmeralda pretty low already. That's already one man almost down. Meanwhile, Akai is going to be trying to zone that Martis. Martis swoops in. Retry being used properly by Karina, but Martis will be taken out, and that's going to be a double kill for her as Atlas falls as well.
Yeah, but as you can see, the Riot was missing there on the fight as this fight turned into a brutal 4 versus 2 situation as Akai and not Akai, as Atlas and Martis were the only one diving in. We can see that a clear kill yet again has been taken in onto that carry as the Clean gets yet another kill, and yet even the gold lane I think is losing and on here, and that Esmeralda was able to hold on pretty well onto the bottom side, forcing out that petrify before the turtle fight. So yep, I think yes, even Esmeralda as well as the top lane onto the gold side are holding pretty well against Greybird, and yep, they are looking to get that gold lead up ahead.
Yep, Atlas going in, trying to zone everyone out, but yeah, he will be forced to back off. Because the pressure, the Akai is doing a really good job, giving that pressure. Whenever he gets the opportunity, he is going to be using his passive to just poke and reduce the HP. And right now, we can see 4 men of Umbrella Academy here. They are going to be trying to sandwich the goal lane let's see if they can get a gang. But Clint is gonna be recalling. Okay, so it's a 3v3 again, and I guess they're gonna be backing off for now. But yeah, we can see an intense pressure coming in from Umbrella Academy, especially on the gold side. And right now in the bottom lane, you can see Marcus is going to be camping that bush, waiting for Daira to bait the Esmeralda. Karina is here as well. We can see the same thing that was happening in the gold lane, in the EXP lane now, as Lilia and Akai have made their way to the bot side. Nothing engagement yet. Okay, that's going to be an engagement there. Akai going in for that Hurricane Dance, but Martis is going to be immuning that, and he will be backing off. But yep, Akai is
Yep,
going
the
to be
tank
pay.
Yep,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tank from the Academy being taken down from here right now. But the Karina is in a really good position to actually go in for the engage. She went in, the ultimate is nowhere here, but they're
Oh
directly
no.
kill onto that, as the Martis will be able to take down that kill. The damage was coming in, the rotation was right on point. The team members of Umbrella Academy actually went in really good into the start of the fight, but they scattered. Here we can see a chase coming in onto that Atlas from the Esmeralda, but no, she will be backing off for now. Well, I was talking about that, yep, the good chase, like the good startup coming in, good start engages coming in from the side of Umbrella Academy, but at some point of that engage, they fell apart. Their members fell apart. Some went back, some stayed, and that actually made the whole team fight like going to the favor of Greybird for a moment. And yep, that's where they find their moment and took down 2 kills for them.
Absolutely, and right now, you can see Esmeralda going in for that lane cut, and she is going to be pressuring again. And the turret has been taken down on the goal side while we were busy with the engage in the bot lane. And Clint is going to be definitely out farming and outshining against that carry. He almost
Yeah,
has
Petrify
a
coming in from the
1.2k
side of
goal.
North. Yep, they find the gap onto the Esmeralda. She was faring in too deep into the lanes of Greybird, and yep, that Petrify was on point along with the damage of Martius and the other, and that Esmeralda will be falling down. Meanwhile, Clint is also pretty low, but yep, he'll be finding that opportunity to escape onto the top side. Onto you, Marcus.
Yep, nothing happening right now. But yeah, we saw the score was 4-0, but right now Greybird got 3 kills. They are trying to close the gap, but that's going to be at last taken down by the Karina. And yeah, the goal difference is of 2k right now. But yeah, the turret pressure, the lane pressure is real. Greybird has to do something about the goal lane that's being dominated. Meanwhile, the Petrify coming in from the Akai, and that's going to be the Hurricane Dance. Marta is trying his best to immune it, and he will be definitely able to do that. But here comes the Yin Yang reaction coming in from Yin Yang overturn coming in from Kagura, but not too much avail as Lilia will take her out.
Yep, Conceal was used actually by the Atlas to actually go in for that engage up. He finds that ultimate here, and the Curry comes in for the backup. I think she'll be able to take down that clean. Yep, but the Atlas will be falling down from the damage of the Lilia. That was a good trade coming in. But meanwhile, all that fight happening into the mid side, we actually missed the fight that happened in the bot side. Yet again, we can see an engage onto that carry here. That was perfect engage in synergy along with that Esmeralda and that Karina finding a gap and taking that carry out. Yet again, the invade coming in onto the blue side. Will Martis be able to defend his buff? No, that Karina will be able to take it down. Well, as I was talking about, even in the mid lane, as fights were happening, Esmeralda actually won against the counter into the bot lane, and yep, another fight breaking out, but one after another, and that Lilia will be taken down here from the side of Greybird. They are finding openings, and yep, the Umbrella Academy are making little bit mistakes here and there.
Yeah,
Okay, but trying to get those openings, and right now with that opening, they are gonna be going in for the turtle. Let's see what happens with the turtle fight. Hurricane Dance coming in from Akai, but Carrie is gonna be melting her away, and Karina taken down by the Kagura, and turtle being slayed. The Greybird finally getting some comeback here. They are showing some signs of relief, and that's gonna be the ultimate coming in, and Akai will be taken down as well. But now, right now, they need the turrets. They don't need the kills. Carrie is trying to get the mid lane. I don't think she'll be able to do that as Lilia is going to be clearing that, but yeah, they need the turrets now. You know, they are back with the goal lead, but
Yep,
turrets are going to
Kagura
be very
finds the
important.
gap in between those two people and was able to take down that Lilia, who did not had her ult at that moment in time. But yep, that's a pretty good praise that they have found the gap. Greybird have found that gap somewhere into the engages and into the team fights of the Umbrella Academy, and they are actually faring up pretty well. They are actually like able to mark those backlines from the side of Umbrella Academy for like somehow in this moment, and yep, it's actually working out in their favor.
Absolutely, they managed to close the turrets. They got the turrets in the bot lane and the top lane. And now let's see, are they going to be pressuring the mid lane yet? And you know, they are back with that goal lead. They have almost 1k goal lead now, and they should be avoiding the mistake, you know, to turn the game around, because they have the pressure. It's a 2-0 in the series, so they have to do anything to win this one.
Yup, as in the mid game, I think their power spikes are coming in at a really good time as that carry is able to melt people and that Kagura is actually able to find those gaps between the Clint and the Lilia. Meanwhile, Engage is coming in as the Atlas misses its ult and only to the tank. Yep, he's only able to get his ultimate on the tank. I think the mid lane of the Greybird is in trouble here as it will be taken down. Yep, Petrify has been used by that Akai, and I think it has been a waste here. Even though there hasn't been any like trades coming off here, but yep, that tower was a pretty good, I would say, objective being taken down from the side of Umbrella coming in and an engage coming in after the Martis. Martis isn't the person you want to engage on with CC as his second skill will rip you apart. And yep, they have tried. They have tried that engage and they have successfully backed off for now.
Yep, Atlas going in, trying to recover some area here as the Lord has been spawned, but that might be critical for him as he will be taken down. That was an overextend coming in from him. He was trying to zone, he was trying to get the vision, but yep, now he is not there, and this is going to be an easy lot for Umbrella Academy as even the Martyrs has been taken down.
Yep, the Esmeralda actually diving in and marking those backlines is actually doing a pretty good job as she was able to force that Kagura into a really low HP situation and that forced that Kagura to actually back off for now. And yep, I think that Derot is in trouble here as he'll be marked down by the Lilia as well as the Esmeralda, that the moments coming from Lilia will be able to chase him down as there is no backup coming in from the side of Greybird to help that Derot. And yep, he'll be falling down here without any issue and the Karina will be the one to actually take that kill here.
Yeah, the Lord is still stuck in the mid lane. They are gonna be, syncing the lanes properly. Try to get the most out of this level 1 Lord. So let's see how they execute it. Akai trying to give this vision here. He knows that Atlas is there in that bush, so they will try to watch out. Atlas is going in, won't be getting anything right now. And yeah, that's gonna be the jump coming in from Esme, and the poke is real. Atlas using the ult, but too much delay, and Lilia will be able to purify from that. But the fight is on as Akai as well as Esmeralda both being taken down. That's an insane damage coming in from the carry as well as the Kagura, and that's gonna be the punishment coming in from the Clint on to the Akai and Kagura as well being taken down, and that's gonna be all right. Okay, I thought even Martis was gonna die, but he survived that.
Yeah, even Derot is pretty low, even Martis is pretty low. That was a pretty good thing, pretty good like fight from the side of Greybird. They were actually able to take down 2 members, but yep, that Clint came in and he just changed the favors and into the hands of Umbrella Academy. The damage coming in from the Clint is actually pretty good, and he was able to like get himself positioned really well to actually deal that damage. And yep, it was pretty good. For a second, all the frontliners from the side of Umbrella Academy were down. It was looking very good for Greybird, but yep, the damage, I think the snowball that has come in onto that Clint is actually showing its power spikes right now.
Absolutely, and that's one thing you have the advantages with carry, because you can't just, the frontliners just can't go alone because she is gonna be melting you away. You need a coordinated proper gank on her to take her out. Meanwhile, Lakai trying to give that vision here. Kakura is also giving the vision with Umbrella. Let's see what happens. There's 40 seconds for the Lord. Both the teams might try to get some engage, get some pick off before they go on to contest this enhanced Lord that is gonna be getting spawned.
There's still a while before the enhanced Lord actually spawns. There's gonna be a 35 seconds onto the Lord, and yep, both of the teams are actually fighting for the vision domination into the blue buff side of the Greybird, and yep, being in control of that area means being in control of the Lord as well. So yep, getting the control of that area of that vision is actually a pretty huge thing for both of the teams right now. Yeah, Martis is in a really bad position right now, but he will be able to get out of that situation using the second skill. And yep, Atlas comes in with that flicker as well as that ultimate being used onto that Queen. Meanwhile, Kagura misses her ult as the Lilia uses her black shoes to actually survive, but no, the ult was right there with the flame shot connected. The Lilia is actually pretty low right now, but no, as they will be backing off on right now as Akai is also surviving. Lilia is also pretty low here. Derot actually goes in a really bad position, and this is going to be a 3 versus 1 situation, and yep, the Derot will be falling down for now. This is going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but yet again the fight is continuing on for you, Marcus.
Yeah, for a moment we thought that Greybird is going to be dominating this team fight, but that camp and engage coming in from the Esmeralda and the
Karina was really good. But meanwhile, the engage is on. Martis being poked out by the Lilia, and it's going to be the Esmeralda who's going to be securing that kill. Atlas going in. That's going to be the ultimate coming in. Let's see if they have enough damage to burst them. Yes, they will. It's going to be Carrie and Nakai both being taken out. But while this was happening, Karina sneakily took away that Lord. And the Lord is back to Umbrella Academy. So they are going to be, taking this team fight with a win. But yeah, what a play coming in. And the damage from Carrie just melting the frontliners of Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, the visible difference between the both of the teams right now is what I can see is the engagement of the XP laners. As we can see, Esmeralda is everywhere, pushing away the any opponent team, like giving vision for them and actually baiting out ults for her team. But no, we cannot see Diroth anywhere, and whatever he's doing is always in a bad position. He's actually going in for situations like where he shouldn't be split pushing and getting caught there, and he's also like getting caught in between, like he's engaging in between like three people, making a situation versus like 1 versus 3, and actually getting a member down here. And in terms in like situations like the Lord fight where the objective is the highest priority, they're losing a member means what we are seeing here, it's going to be really bad for Greybird here if this continues.
Yep, and right now both the teams are going to be depending on their tanks to get some good sets, good engages, and that's going to be a concealed play coming in. Carrie was in a horrible position, and she will definitely be punished for that. No way she's going to be escaping that. And that, just like that, the damage dealer, the main damage dealer of Greybird has been taken down. The Lord is going to be in. Martis busy with melting the Lord. Meanwhile, Umbrella Academy forcing the top side and the mid side, and they are going to be surrounding here, trying to get the win. And that's going to be the ult coming in from Atlas, but to not much avail as the purified. But the damage coming in from Diroth is real, and that's gonna be it. But Clint is here to steal the day, and if Clint gets a wipe out here, he might just end it. But let's see what happens as Atlas is here trying to zone them away, and I think Greybird is gonna be living to see another day for now. All right, Diroth being punished there as well.
Yeah, their positioning was really bad here at that point, but yeah, it's gonna be 15 minutes 11 seconds as the minions will be spawning in, and yet again Atlas is really got caught in a really bad position. That Kai is there to back up her, but no, the difference between the distance is not enough for Kai to actually deal any damage. Meanwhile, the damage coming from Clint is actually insane. Just his pokes is able to like just zone people out of back into their base, back into the fountains to actually get some HP back. Yup, that Clint is actually game changing at this point.
Yep, even in the previous matches, his 1-1 was totally game changing, and right now we are seeing him on that Clint dominating and giving being the main source of damage for Umbrella Academy. He is definitely shining out right now, and look at his goal difference. He's way ahead everyone else in the battlefield.
Yep, not just that, but to like correct you on something. Yep, the 1-1 from the last game, I think it was Kuroko, if I'm right, not this guy, but yep. Even he's playing good, even Kuroko was playing good on 1-1 in the last match, and even in this match, the Clint is actually doing pretty well. So I would say the strong side for the side of Umbrella Academy, the strong lane is going to be the goal lane, as they're always able to get that advantage in and make it the winning lane for that team.
Absolutely. Thank you for that correction there, Azazel. And meanwhile, Esmeralda just giving that pressure on the top side, while Karina and the gang are going to be trying to speed run that Lord. Let's see what happens here as Martis is here. Karina securing it with the retribution. Martis might be caught here as he misses his blink, and the damage from the Clint just made him half HP with those two pokes.
Yep, meanwhile a concealed play coming in from the side of Umbrella Academy. Yep, they will be able to go in and try to chase the members from the side of Greybird. And yep, the HP of the base HP of the Greybird is actually half right now, and this is not looking good. But yeah, Atlas finds his gap. He's able to take that clean down, but no.
Oh.
Great to go in for the backup for the follow up here, and even the carry will be falling down, even the Kabura will be falling down, and I think even the Atlas will be falling down along with that March is being taken down. The Diroth is the only one left here as he just got his immortality, but no, that will not be enough time for him to actually be able to do anything. There's going to be 5 versus 1 situation in this point, and they will be taking that base away to their home. Yep, there's going to be clean sweep for Umbrella Academy right now.
Man, oh man. When the Atlas went in for that ult, we saw some sign of relief. But, he spends too much time, to give the fatal links. He should just do it immediately. Because if he gives too much time, there's going to be a lot of time for others to react. And Akai just did that. The moment he saw the fatal links coming in, he just ulted and zoned everyone away. And that was the match-winning point there for Umbrella Academy. So, Azazel, you have anything to say about this match?
Yep, as I said, the youth participation into the team fights was really low, I would say, as that Esmeralda was everywhere. She was actually doing her job of like giving visions and like actually harassing the enemy really well. And that was, I would say, it always like made a situation like 4 versus 5, 4 versus 5 for the side of Greybird. And yep, as you said, the last team fight, it would have been a defense for the side of Greybird, but yep, that Clint was actually in a very good position along with Akai, as Akai's ult Hurricane Dance like just by default cancels out that Atlas ult, and that was the winning situation for them, as it just zoned out everyone else that even tried to come and back that Atlas up, and that gave almost a 4-0 trade into the favor of Umbrella Academy, and yep, they'll be taking this win away home, and they will be moving forward into the lower brackets, as Greybird will be falling down from this tournament, getting eliminated. So yep, on to you, Marcus.
Yep. So yeah, like as Azil, you summed it up for us. This is going to be it, guys, for today's matches. And yep, Umbrella Academy will be moving on. And this is going to be it for Greybird. So guys, thank you all for watching. Give us some support. Hit that subscribe button, like, and share the stream as much as you can. And about the sponsors, Azil, do you want to go ahead with? Okay, I'll just do it. So the sponsors
Yep,
for
let me
this.
handle it.
Yeah,
As MK Championship Season 4 is actually sponsored by Genesis, co-sponsored by Z3 Store, Zentro Store, and Slay Official. Well, for your information, Genesis Store is actually the biggest account dealing store in India, is the most trusted. Also, you can find the details of Genesis Store in the description of this video. And yep, as Marcus said, go ahead and show us some love. Show some love to MK, show some love to this channel, to this tournament, and yep, as us, the casters as well, by clicking that like button, that subscribe button, and yep, comment down below what do you think. Could Greybird have done better to actually win this match here? And yep, I'm Azazel, and I'll be signing off for now. On to you, Marcus.
Yep. So guys, thank you so much, and come back here for some amazing matches as we are reaching closer to our our finals. So guys, stay tuned and give us some support. Thank you everyone a lot.